Into it, maybe cosmetic things also that really don't make that much difference in writing at all. Only it looks ugly. Just to think about it. Big questions to think about. And then I come to the thing Bent Rune promised I will do, talk about judging criterion and scaling system and guidelines. We think that it is our scaling system. We think it is like that. We think it is a system where we can give from 0 to 10, and we have compartments, the bad section, middle section, and the good section, and by gradually training, for example, and progress, we can step the ladder and go high. But does it really look like that in practical? For example, I'm sure a lot of the instructors, they have the experience, it looks like this. Because you can train the whole winter and you can have a student and you see he's making a lot of progress. And he's much better than last year when he always got 5. But it takes you need to take a big step to get to 6. Yeah. And they are so getting frustrated. Why I'm so much better than last year and now I'm just getting 5.5. Can't you do 5, can't you change the system? Can't you just artificially maybe just give everyone 7 that got 6 this year? So for a feel-good system, will never have any effect, of course, because you get used to the 7 and then you claim, I would feel even better if I get 8. But I think this is something you already, most of you have experienced. Can be so, the steps are so even in the ladder. And then there's the question, is that something we should do about when we are building up a new scaling system? That's just the elements. If we take our guidelines and the scaling system and we try to analyze it, this is the outcome. If we put the elements in order of importance, where they make importance. I'm not saying one is more important than the other, but in the guidelines, those elements, this is the order of importance. That means the lowest one, we never had that before. This is new. We always started with speed. Now is it, and to explain this picture, before I give the word to Einar, is it don't make any difference, according to the guideline, not in the real world, but make any different how fantastic slow you are going or correct beat, the speed you are going or fantastic beat, if there is a question of rough riding. Outline, movements, expression, all falls down because rough riding, it stops you to go further. Then there's a picture of the older structure of elements. Then we go to beat, speed. It is like that. If the beat is not good, then this will not help you any longer to get higher. If the speed is not correct, then you can have fantastic movements, expression and outline, but that won't help anymore. Won't help any more than your riding boots that are so fantastic looking, or your fantastic chosen jacket fitting to the horse. All falls down, don't make any difference at all, because wrong beat, wrong speed. Then comes this outline and form. Then movements are a little bit less important than the outline. I found out more that the horse is correctly formed in an outline and moving, and I think using the body correct than the movements alone. And finally we come to something it is a very subjective thing, is the expression. It's so much expression I found. But that is completely the top of it. A horse with a fantastic expression. I mean, you could see it, everyone would talk about it, but he was pacing, and, or the rider was rough, or whatever, has no influence more in the judging. But think a little bit about this picture, and I think maybe in the 80s and the times Johan was referring to, and some other 80s and maybe into the 90s, we took this element sometimes and put it here as a fundament, basic. Especially after we started to breed horses with more movements. We were so fascinated by the movements that horse could go almost almost supposed to tilt with high movements, but was so pacey that we forgave that horse this paciness because we were so thrilled about the movement. So we moved in our mind the movements under. And what happens today sometimes, we don't follow this. We take it, this triangle, and I was getting so sick of Einar's laptop yesterday, I stopped trying to do it. But take this triangle and just turn it completely other way around. And start with expression. Some horses, I am sure that has happened. I will definitely not name a name. But there are horses that first they gained so much by expression that we forgave him very poor beat. Just to keep that in mind. End of my story.